the Ledger means an awful lot. The Ledger is the derby for people down in Limerick and Clare and the southwest generally. This is their big one of the year. Yes, the final of the 2011 Kerry Agribusiness Irish St. Leger, and there we see the runners starting the parade. Hey Gringo in one, which is trained by Peter Cronin for Liam Walsh, and also bred by Liam Walsh, the son of Big Daddy Cool and Known Flash. 4 wins for 13 for this fellow, and not one of the fancied runners. In 2 then we have the dog that has emerged down the pack through the classic, What a Tornado, trained by Paul Hennessy for Michael Hogan. Michael from Clare Castle. This dog is son of Crash and Natural Energy. He's the one with the big finish. If you have your shillings on this fella, don't worry if at halfway you're 6 behind. He'll be powering home. As fast a finisher as we've seen, I'd say, since College Causeway. 3 here is Inishlasky Magoo, the real commentator's nightmare, this one. Owned by Mary Crotty, a local runner from O'Brien's Bridge, a son of Astronomic and Rushon Breeze, which was bred by Maura McDonough in Ennis, and Inishlasky Magoo. A dog that has really emerged through the grades here at Limerick. Only pretty recently, he's won 9 of his 29 and has been running on strongly in his last few races here. In 4 then, Vara Capt, another local runner, owned by Maura Casey from Lisnagry, which is just outside Limerick here, of course, trained by our breeder Donald Casey. And Vara Captain, a good early pace, just 16 races run. This son of Headbound and Vara Lark has won 8 of them and shows good early in all his races. This fellow's a real threat to Judicial Academy going to the Bend. And speaking of Judicial Academy, there he is, the dog trained by Mick O'Donovan, or Michael O'Donovan to distinguish him from the other big Mick. Michael O'Donovan trains this fella for Pat Daly from Ballinhassig, a finalist here last year, was 3rd behind Farlow Turbo. His son of Big Daddy Cool and Borrowdale Babe. He can fly out, he stays strongly, he really is the ideal greyhound. That is the big question. In 6 then we have Shelburne Jeff, trained by Brian King for John Marks, a son of Where's Pedro and Shelburne Dora. Young dog, July 09, he's the youngest finalist in the race. He's won 5 of the 16 races, perfectly housed on the outside, can fly out, a bit hit or miss at times in the traps, but can fly out on his night and really has good early gears, and he looks sure to be involved. I'd be surprised if this doesn't figure in the first 3 here. Hey Gringo in 1 is 10 to 1, 2 What a Tornado at 2 to 1, 3 Inishlasky Magoo at 8 to 1, 4 Vara Captain at 5s, Judicial Academy in 5 being 2 to 1, joint favourite now at What a Tornado, and 6 Shelburne Jeff at 5 to 1. And away to go, and Judicial gets a good run. On the outside, Shelburne Jeff out fast, 4 Vara Captain out well as they head to corner now, and will Judicial get a run around it? He does get a run, but he's sandwiched there and back to 3rd, and look at What a Tornado just back in 4th place and flying at this stage as 6 Shelburne Jeff leads from 4 Vara Captain, and here comes the Tornado on the outside around the bottom bend with 6 Shelburne Jeff. He couldn't bet 10s on at this stage. What a Tornado on the outside challenging, and up the straight, and it's number 2 What a Tornado hits the front and goes on to win it from 4 Vara Captain, I reckon, got up for 2nd, and Shelburne Jeff in 3rd. The time is 29:58. And What a Tornado, that tremendous turn of foot that he has from halfway, or really from the 2nd bend, I suppose, and he was closer to the pace nearly than he has been any previous night as he went around that 2nd corner. As we see it again there, number 3 missed out altogether on the start and had to veer around the track to get a run to the bend. But look at Tornado back in 5th, picking his way around the corner. In front, 4 Vara Captain from 5 Judicial Academy. Now 6 comes up the outside, Shelburne Jeff. And look at on the wide outside, What a Tornado. He's an inside seed, but he makes use of the entire track here, sweeps around the bottom bend. Now Shelburne Jeff made a gallant effort once he took the lead early down the back straight. 4 Vara Captain runs a really big race for Maura Casey, but at this stage, What a Tornado, Michael Hogan and Peter Mulligan coming flying through here. This dog bred by Susan Hennessy, trained by Paul Hennessy, and comes along. He wins the consolation ball, and he wins the Ledger itself with What a Tornado. A brilliant performance here. He wouldn't have been my idea of the Ledger winner when the competition started, but he took to Limerick track like a duck to water. He loves it here, and he really turned in a fantastic performance in winning this classic event over the 550 yards here at Limerick. And there is the result. Number 2, What a Tornado, 2 to 1, the last price we saw. 2nd, number 4, Vara Captain at 5 to 1. And 3rd, number 6, Shelburne Jeff at 5 to 1. In a very fast time, not a record, mind you, but very close to it, 29:58.
Yes, I did. Before the dog ever hit a racetrack, I seen something that I didn't see in a greyhound before. I said it to Paul, and Paul said to me, well, he was in a lower class grade, just a trial. But like, that dog has performed it a couple of times since. there's something I seen in that dog. And the first time it was brought to Newcastle West, because I'm living down here, as you know, and it was brought to School of Track or whatever in Newcastle West. The first time it was brought there was a man there, he's with us tonight, Patsy, and he said that's a Derby dog. He says, who owns that dog? To Sean, the man that had the dog with me. And he says, that's a Derby dog.
He broke well enough, and 1 and 3 came around him, and then Mick Donovan's dog went off in front, and we were 4th down the back straight, and I was happy enough in that position. But it seemed to get very tight down at the third bend, and you'd be a little bit worried then that he wasn't going to get a run, but he seemed to wait till he got the straight and then, went at it. Ash was fabulous, any night to win one of these classics is fabulous, But it was great the way he done it, down the back straight, you'd be giving him a great chance. And then he had to battle very hard up the home straight, which is a sign of a good dog, because that was a good field. The Derby, I presume, maybe the Champions Stakes now if he gets an invite into it, but we'll have to see in the morning. But the long one would be the Derby.